to a fairly fiery night, as it turned out, at Stamford Bridge. All kinds going on at the end there, wasn't there, in the tunnel? Was it Rudiger right in the middle?
There was a lot of frustration near the end there from Chelsea fans, because they were taking their time, Burnley, and listen, nothing in the laws of the game that says you can't take your time when you've got free kicks. They were winning free kicks, they were frustrating Chelsea hugely with their performance defensively, and it just got a little bit overheated. One of the coaching staff of Burnley, you can see there, and it looks like Antonio Rudiger, is it?
It is.
It's the guy with the black hair, isn't it, that he's trying to get at?
And
something's
Rudiger with a baseball hat on. And you can see that was Gianfranco. Look at the size of him trying to be peacemaker in the middle there. And it's obviously things have been said, because he looks and he sees somebody go down the tunnel and he's off after him. So
I think Jan was offering to put the kettle on, wasn't he?
Peacemaker.
I don't think he wanted to get involved with that. And Sarri, of course, who was getting more and more frustrating as the evening went on with Burnley's perceived time wasting. When this started, and Kovacic got himself involved in a tussle for the ball or an exchange of words, Maurizio Sarri comes storming out of his technical area, look.
Well, there's no storming, he's
and
walking.
Therefore, he's off.
That's, for me, it's 94th minute. The referee, come on. You can't send him off for that. I know it's in the rules, but...
Yeah, man management skills just missing there.
Had to go. They'll both get fined. Both clubs, I'm sure, will get fined for failing to control players and staff, that's for sure. And that really was, in some ways, going to spoil what was a very good 45 minutes, because we thoroughly enjoyed that, didn't we?
I think for Burnley it's a massive point. You know, Dyche set his team out and he sounded confident, like he was going to get something from the game. With the way the game played out, they started off positively well and then conceded 2 goals in, what was it, a couple of minutes? 59 seconds. And then 2 set plays. Chelsea, you know, they left it for themselves to do, and it's a chance missed.
They didn't have much of the ball at all, Burnley, but when they did have it, particularly in the first half, they made the most of it. You know, severe lack of being aware at the edge of the box at Jeff Hendricks there. Maybe they thought he won't score even if it drops at him. But look at the gap there between the penalty spot and where Hendrick hits it. It's a good hit, a little bit off his shin.
Yeah.
Gets a little lucky, but finds the bottom corner.
I think the defenders can be braver as well. Stick their body on the line. You know, you got Higuain.
Yeah, just
back there, he's ducked out the way. Yeah. Keeper's got no chance, really.
No. But funny, you were 3,500 miles away when we were screaming, look at Hendrick on the edge of the box. And that's ultimately how Chelsea got punished. And before we look at the rest, here he is.
Jeff, congratulations. Must be delighted with that point. Well, hard-earned point.
Definitely, when you play any team in this league really, but especially the top 6 away from home, it's always going to be tough. We got off to a good start, then they got 2 back really quickly, and we had to dig in. We got the equaliser, and it was hard work. You know, they had the ball for a good few minutes at a time, and you know, we just had to shuffle and slide, and for us it was let them put crosses in. You know, we felt we could defend them, and you know, thankfully we got a big point.
Coming into the game, you're almost safe. You're now effectively safe. Was that the whole, I suppose, motivation coming in, that if you got a point tonight, you'd know that you're pretty much there?
Yeah, you know, it's nice to be safe. I don't know if we are mathematically or anything, but you know, since we've gone on a good run, we've just been trying to, you know, put points on the board and just looking after ourselves really. And you know, what other teams do, it's nothing to do with us. You know, it was in our hands, it is in our hands to stay in this league, and that's what we're trying to do.
Listen, coming into that game, you know Chelsea's attacking threat. They've been scoring plenty of goals for free. It almost seems of late. You know you're going to have to.
I was going to hurt myself and kick someone, but you know, thankfully it went in.
Jeff, congratulations, great goal. Well done.
Thank you.
See you later.
Amazing, all those things that go through a mind in such a short moment, isn't it? You're aware of everything that's around and about, to the point of even following through Jeff Hendrick. That was 1-0. Conte made it 1 apiece, and then of course within 59 seconds Chelsea were in front. Really changed everything around very, very quickly.
That was a terrific response. There's no doubt about that, having lost the goal. And this, we talked about at half-time, the magic that this little man's capable of. Eden Hazard, I mean, he makes fools of anybody. Good finish from Kanté, we never talked about that. It was a really good hit in his left foot.
Great finish, but it's just hard to see whether goals are going to get created or scored without Hazard's ability to, break down a defence. Look at this. and this is on a plate. He's done well to keep that down left foot. Great technique, but he's broke his ankles there, hasn't he?
Oops. Nice finish.
Yeah.
And he can make as well as take.
It's not bad.
Exceptional.
Yeah, it is exceptional, isn't it? Yeah, he's had a really good season. Can understand why some of the big boys in the continent are after his signature.
Well, the big boy.
Well, the big one that plays in white. Is that the one you're talking about?
That's the big boy.
That's the big one, yeah. Good luck, Chelsea. I think that's all.
And within 50, I said 53 half-time, 59 seconds it was of playing time.
You were
It's
happy
2-1.
with Higuain today?
Oh, for me, he needed this, and he that's a goal. That's what he's all about. You see in other games, he brings it down in his chest, he's faffing with it, but tonight he meant business. You're right, he looked fit, he looked sharp, he looked like he wanted to score, and when he got subbed, you could see the emotion that he was upset because he thought he could probably give more. And I think that's what the fans probably wanted to see, a bit of emotion from him. And
Well, they saw it.
Wouldn't it have been nice if he'd finished with the two of them on the pitch at the same time?
He's got to. And then at the same time, you bring on Giroud, but yet you keep playing the ball across on the floor. On the floor when you should be thinking that up with Giroud. And then if Higuain's on the pitch, then I understand if you're going to whip it near post, whip it all the time. But
And even if they've got just Giroud, Richard, Ben Mee and Tarkowski, the two centre-backs, it's easy for them. All they need to do is jam them in between them. They know it's only Giroud. There's no one else in that team can head the ball in the front line and the midfield.
And when you're planning to go into a game against Chelsea, you know that nothing is going to change other than the personnel. So if you're doing okay against one set, chances are you will against the replacement, surely.
Well, if you keep a Higuain on, I just think that it gives the defenders two main men to worry about. Bring on Kovacevic, it's the same style player as Jorginho, so effectively they're doing exactly the same thing. They're, just passively passing to the wide men, and they're constantly trying to look for Hazard. So it's just, they had to win.
Yeah, and it was simple. It wasn't rocket science. I mean, they've got Pedro on the pitch. They've got Hazard giving them width either side. You could keep Loftus-Cheek on alongside Jorginho. So that's a nice balance of four in midfield there. They don't need Kovacic in that place at all. They could have just stuck him up there. And so what? So what if you have to just knock a few up there if you want a goal? So that is part of what being a good coach is all about. I've seen all the best coaches in the world late on needing a goal going, listen, get it in there. But it wasn't to be, and it was Burnley who came back and nicked a very good equaliser. Well, another set play that Chelsea didn't deal with.
That's a great header.
Yeah.
Good flick on. That's what they do.
That is what they do. And they don't apologise for it, and why should you? They don't have the riches, they don't have the resources of the big boys, but they know what they're good at. And as I was saying at the beginning of the match, Tim, he's got them back, Sean, playing, doing the basics, what they're all very good at, what he wants his team to do. They're now back there, I think, and they're proving in this run how difficult they are to beat.
Yeah, absolutely. As regards the top six, just a reminder that the point that Chelsea took tonight moves them into fourth. Manchester United, Arsenal out of the top four, beaten by Crystal Palace yesterday, could yet prove to be a really expensive defeat from their perspective. Chelsea into fourth, goal difference separates them and Spurs, who have played a game less. Top two, City and Liverpool. I can't remember a time in the season when that hasn't been the case, but I know others have led.
Yeah.
3 draws this weekend after 3 match days without one. If you like your cricket, then beIN Sports is the place, of course, to watch.